Hello everyone, welcome to the series of Python where we are discussing a Python programming language. So in the last video we had a discussion on modules and libraries. So in this video we are going to discuss the first library from the Python, which is nothing but NumPy. So let's get started. So the very first question arises here is, what is NumPy? So basically NumPy is nothing but a numerical Python. It is a core Python library which is primarily used for numerical as well as some scientific computation. So in Python we don't have a direct support for the array, but we do have NumPy arrays. So in NumPy basically we will deal with the arrays, and hence NumPy is primarily used for array manipulation. Now why do we use NumPy? The very first thing is faster than Python list for numerical operations. So basically NumPy arrays are faster than the list. Second, supports multi-dimensional array. If your data is in multi-dimensional, you can go with a multi-dimensional array. It can be one-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional. And it also provides mathematical, statistical and linear algebra function. So with the help of NumPy, you can perform different mathematical tasks, different statistical operations, as well as even you can solve different linear algebra problems. So now how to import the NumPy? So in the previous video, we had a discussion how to import any library or a module with the help of import keyword. So to import NumPy, we will use import NumPy as NP. So we are importing NumPy as NP. Now as we discussed, in NumPy we will deal with the array. So how to create an array? To create an array we will be using numpy.array. So np.array is a built-in functions available in the NumPy, which is primarily used to create the array. You can create one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, n-dimensional array. Method is same. So just use np.array and pass the object. So here we are passing the list 1, 2, 3, 4. So to create a one-dimensional array, we have passed a list to the built-in function np.array. Now to create a two-dimensional array, we will be using the same function np.array, and here we are just passing the two list inside a single list. Even we call it as a nested list. So if I run it, automatically it will save one-dimensional array in ARR object and two-dimensional array in the mat. Basically two-dimensional array is also called as a matrix. Now again we have different properties for the array. Now if you wish to check the shape of your array, means the total number of elements present, you can go with the dot shape. So for ARR dot shape, we know that we have 4 elements, so the output is 4. For mat we have total number of shape as 2, 3. Now if you wish to check the dimension, use the ndim. So first one is a one-dimensional array, second one is a two-dimensional array. And if you wish to check the data types of the elements in that array, you can just use the arr.dtype. So these are different functions, built-in methods available of the arrays to check its properties. So since we are discussing NumPy library, we are going to perform different operations on the arrays. Now let's perform a basic mathematic operations where we will just add, multiply and take the power of the elements from the given array. Consider the first array, one-dimensional array 1, 2, 3 with these are the element, and second one-dimensional array with 10, 20 and 30. Now if I want to add the elements from these two arrays, simply just use a plus b. If you wish to multiply the elements, just use a into b. And if you wish to take the power or the second power of all the elements from the first array, go with the a power 2. So the output is 10 plus 1 11, 20 plus 2 22, 30 plus 3 33. And a into b is nothing but 10 into 1 10, 22s are 40, 33s are 90. And if you take the second power, it is nothing but 1, 4 and 9. So these are the basic math operations we perform on the array. If you wish to perform some broadcasting, so what does it mean? I am just adding the matrix with a vector. So you consider this two-dimensional array and this one-dimensional array. If you just perform the addition, so you can observe that it is nothing but 10 plus 1 11, 20 plus 2 22, 30 plus 3 33. Same 10 plus 4 14, 10 plus 20 plus 5 25, 30 plus 6 36. So even you can perform the broadcasting task. Next is indexing and slicing. Now, if you wish to fetch some part from the array, you can go with the indexing and slicing. We know that in Python, indexing start with a 0, especially forward indexing, and backward indexing start with the -1. So, if you wish to fetch the first element, use ARR 0. If you wish to fetch the last element, use ARR -1. If you want some part from the given array, use the start and end index. So, if you just run this cell, output would be 10, 60, and the slicing 20, 30, and 40. Now, what about two-dimensional array indexing? Basically, consider this array. So, if you just pass 0, 1, it means 0th row and first column. Colon, 1 means all rows and one column, and 1, colon means first row and all the columns. So, this is all about two-dimensional array indexing. Now, let's discuss different array creation function. If you want to create a 2 by 3 array of only zeros, use np.zeros. If you wish to create the 3 by 3 array of the ones, go with the np.ones. If you wish to create the array within a given range, so you can just use the arrange 0, 10, 2, start and step. Very simple. Then if you wish to create the equispaced element within a given range, go with the line space. And if you wish to create an identity matrix, go with the np.I. And this is the output of all the codes. Now, what are different functions available for the arrays? Now, consider this one-dimensional array where we are having the elements 10, 20, 30, 40. Now, if you wish to have the summation of all the elements, use the dot sum. If you want to find the arithmetic mean, go with the dot mean. If you want to find the lowest element, go with the dot min. If you want to find the highest element, go with the dot max. If you wish to find the standard deviation, go with the dot std. So, these are different useful functions of the arrays. Now, consider an example. Now, consider an array where we have just stored the marks of the students. If you wish to find the average marks, use the np.mean. Average score is 81.4. If you want to find the highest scorer, go with the np.max 90. If you want to check whether the student is passed or not, you can just mention the condition and you can find that one person is failed, that is marks with 66. So, in this video, we had the discussion on the NumPy, which is nothing but the numerical Python, one of the most important and interesting library. So, stay tuned. In the next session, we will have the discussion on pandas. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.